Well, this is what's going on today. My dad finally traded in his beloved Honda. I actually didn't trade it in. He traded the beloved Honda for this, a Yamaha Moto 4. I do believe they're pretty equal machines. When they were new, as far as dependability, reliability, performance, all of that, he traded a 200 SX for the 200 Moto 4. The Moto 4s came in a variety of sizes. I think there was an 80, a 200, and eventually a 350. So this is the 200 with reverse, and I got it so that it'll run. And I actually drove it around the yard, and it didn't drive bad, except that when you're going and you give it a little throttle, it falls on its face. So I changed the plug, I put fresh gas in it, and it's still doing it. So I'm gonna probably pull the carburetor off and try to clean that out a little bit. This, I can't turn it by hand, so that bothers me. So I'm gonna take that apart, see if I can't get that to work better. Looks like our fuel's all drained out. So just going through, trying to make sure it runs good, trying to make sure everything works on it, greasing everything, making sure it's got all the fluids it needs, because it does have a shaft drive, so there's going to be some fluid in there. That's what I'm working on right now. This is the Kamp quad. It goes up there in the spring and comes back in the fall after hunting season. Stays up there so that when anytime anybody goes up there, they have something to ride. And this is a pretty decent quad, so it's been sitting enough that I think the fuel system has some garbage in it, and I think I can get it straightened out. Alright, so what was going on with this is it was running, it was idling, and it would, as soon as I'd get out and get a little bit of throttle on it, it would just die. And it really is no wonder with all the garbage that just fell out of the carburetor. This is a mess, and that was all inside the carburetor. So I am going to have to do some cleaning on this and then get it back together. I do believe that this is going to make a huge difference in the way it runs. More when I'm done. Alright, got the carb cleaned out. I got everything back together on it. It fired right up. My petcock is not leaking, and I can now spin it by hand. Actually, the biggest thing there was that these, when you tighten them all the way down, it pulls everything really tight. I backed them off just a little bit so that you can spin it, and it's not leaking, so that's good. And the carburetor, I think we might have fixed the problem here. I'm going to take it for a spin, so we'll see what's going on. Hopefully that fixed the problem. Pulling the brake in, thinking it's the clutch. And that thing runs good. Look at all of this crusty stuff was what was in the carburetor, and it run over this all over the side of the motor. So, and I missed some spots yesterday, so I'm going to give it another power wash probably. I don't have any grease right now for my grease gun. I got to go through the front end. There's some zerts up here that need greased just to make sure, and I got to check out the diff in the back. I'll check that and see what's going on with that. I don't think there's anything going on with it, but you know, I need to check it. So wow, runs like it should now. You done good dealing, Don.